We all have right now on YouTube. It is going. Did Lil Cam DJPAT or get to him something fishy? The argument it is going to be said that he did argue with Quavo. So Lil Cam was definitely arguing with Quavo. We're gonna get into that in a little minute. This is your host up saying, you know what it is, you know what it is. This is Tuff and Biggie Show. Let's go. It's definitely going down tonight. It is going down tonight, man. We gotta let you know what it is, what it do, and what it will be, man. Oh yeah. Lil Cam was definitely arguing with Quavo. He was definitely arguing with him. Let's get started.
Do not pick up any new law violations. No drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis. Do not leave outside Harris County. And I notice I'm not saying particular county. I am stating it's only located in Harris County unless you get in order to get into court permission.
At the bond hearing, it's gonna get a little. Yeah, you're gonna hear some things right after this. They get finished giving him the bond. Matter of fact, Lil Cam did get denied the bond. He did get $300,000 bond, and then he got a zero bond. And in the state of Texas, from what they're telling me, a zero bond means no bond. So he will not be getting a bond. Let's go back deeper into it. Let's check it out.
In addition to that,
these are the conditions that they're saying right now when they're saying the house arrest. I don't know if you can hear it real good, but they're going over the details of what it will be to get out on those $200,000-$300,000 bonds, which you add both of them together, it's going to be $600,000 to big shout out to OG Jericho.
As it relates to clause 1796093, the total possession limit of the election on bond, was I said that by 300,000. In clause number
300,000.
related to 173 cases on bonds for the conditions being violations also the
from what I'm hearing is that a zero bond means the judge does not want to make a decision on the bond, so they give you a zero bond until this case has been pretty much figured out. So he already had two $300,000 bonds, which is that's $600,000. If he paid 10% with a bet, I don't even think nobody can deal with that much money unless it's a property bond. But 10% of that will be $60,000. So he would need.
Just a zero bond.
Nah, you heard that? Let's go back.
Man, I almost felt that bullet.
Shit, I thought he was coming home too. Shit, after that. It did sound like he was coming home.
Also, accusation of firearms in ordinance 1 Is there anything else in this side?
No. Nothing at this time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Conditions, one of those being as it relates to clause number 173-9192, case that you were on bond, this court made conditions, one of those being not to pick up any new law violations, also not to pass possession of firearms. The court is going to set that as a zero bond. Your letter. Case that you were on bond, this court made conditions, one of those being.
See, this starts off from here.
Review that and make a determination about that. As it relates to clause number 1796093, the felony possession of weapon, that you allegedly picked up while you were on bond. Of course, I set that bond at 300,000. In clause number 1796046, the lawfully carrying weapon, the previous felony conviction that you allegedly picked up while you were on bond. Of course, I set that bond at 300,000. as it relates to call number 173-9192. The case that you were on bond is court dated conditions, one of those being not to pick up any legal law violations, and also not to have possession of firearms. The court is going to set that at a zero bond. Your letter.
The case that you were on bond is court dated conditions, one of those being not to pick up any legal law violations, and also not to have possession of firearms. The court is going to set that at a zero bond. Your letter.
Is there anything else?
He's definitely not going to get out. So he needs 10%.
Say, man, hey, man. I almost thought that boy Lil Cam was coming home until the judge say 0 bond on that last one because Lil Cam already was on bond and he caught more cases and he then got caught with another pistol, right, while he was out on bond. So that is why the judge hit that boy with that 0 bond on that last case. So I'm saying she gave him 2 bonds, $300,000 a piece. You know what I'm saying? But that last one, she said 0 bond, meaning he ain't going nowhere. Let's read why the judge may have not set a bail for Lil Cam at this time and gave him a 0 bond, right? Defendants in
Big shout out to OG Jericho for this.
Texas courts are entitled to a bond, but in some specific circumstances, a defendant can be held without a bond. A defendant receives a no bond or 0 bond when no bond or bail has been set for the defendant. This means the defendant cannot be released out of jail until the judge set a bail amount. You may receive a no bond because the judge has recommended that a bond should not be set. In some situations, there is a no bond because the judge has not had the chance to set a bond or eligible defendants are held without bond by mistake. However, in high-profile cases, a judge may decide to hold eligible defendants without bail deliberately. So basically, the judge is saying, Lil Cam ain't going nowhere, y'all. You know, you done got caught with another pistol while you're already out on bond. You're a felon. You got caught with another pistol? Shh. So it's not looking good for Lil Cam. So as of now, it's looking like Lil Cam is about to be doing some time behind these firearms. He's not getting out no time soon. The judge has not set a bail in his case, okay? And that's due to him having those firearms, as you heard, right? She set that 0 bond. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. Just hey man. Keep hitting that like button.
Shout out to
subscribing.
OG, man, for doing that, man. That is crazy, man. He broke it down for you, let you know. And that argument with Lil Cam too is, I just, even though he wasn't, the shooter. I mean, DJPAT was with him, and what it sounds like is that Lil Cam was like standing his ground, and DJPAT wanted a little bit of fame, you know. So I guess he called himself pulling the trigger for Lil Cam, or maybe he was protecting him, like you know how you might have a little brother or something, you know. So he had his back. So they're gonna get more into that. One of the news reporters kind of slipped out and said that it definitely was a Lil Cam arguing with Quavo at first. So we got that coming up. But you know, as far as him not getting no bond, you know. And it's not like saying Lil Cam actually did it. So even if somebody did, like DJPAT called himself stepping it up for him, you know, who knows how Lil Cam would have dealt with that situation. But, you know, if you got DJPAT call himself stepping up and thinking that, you know, he going to, get some brownie points or something, you know, who's to say that he did that? But let's go to this right here real quick. All right, Takeoff, is no longer here no more, right? So Lil Cam lawyer denies that he shot Migos rapper despite all the gun charges, trying to separate themselves from being involved with anything that happened. But everybody know, even Quavo know about the argument that happened at the bowling alley too. So separating yourself might not. You can separate yourself as far as you being the trigger man. If that's what it turns out that it wasn't, and DJPAT is the one who just called himself just trying to, get some hero points by doing that in front of all these people. To and this, to be honest with you, DJPAT, this ain't his first rodeo as far as taking somebody out either. All right, let's get to that. All right, so, but anyway, Cameron Joshua, which is Lil Cam, everybody knows that. When he was arrested in Houston on the 22nd, the only charges that he got was felony unlawful carrying of a weapon. All right. When he was 16, I think he got caught with a weapon as well. Again, but I think that was juvenile charges. So he got some charges that he's dealing with that's all the way back there in California. So that's what this really is. And so the judge was trying to, not the judge, the defense, and trust me, he got a strong attorney. Lil Cam has a very, very, very strong attorney. He was going in. He was like, he haven't been convicted on the charges that's in California. So him not carrying a weapon as far as being a felon does not mean anything in this state. But then the judge and the prosecutor came back and said, okay, so he may be on charges. He may not be convicted for his first charge that caused him to be a felon. But he also was in the juvenile center as well, too. So they had him on conditions about carrying a pistol. So, but the lawyer went to say, as an adult, about him carrying a weapon, that's what they're more concerned about, saying pretty much being concerned about that juvenile record. We're talking about him carrying the pistol. So that way he could probably drop off maybe one or two of those weapon charges. But what it's looking like to me is that, it's just me, it's looking more like he, DJPAT made a move. And he made a move, to probably impress, the people. But let's just go into this real quick. This is the lawyer talk.
So my name is Matt, M-A-T-T, Gilliam, G-I-L-L-I-A-M. I'm a prosecutor at the Harris County DA's office. So just our statement is we believe Cameron Joshua has been appropriately charged in this case, and we're continuing our investigation into the death of Takeoff. Thank you.
So this is the
Can you spell your first last name and tell us who
Sure,
you
it's
are, please?
Christopher Downey, D-O-W-N-E-Y. I'm representing Cameron Joshua.
Can you tell us what happened in court today?
Sure, Cameron Joshua has been charged with 2 counts of carrying a weapon, and it has only tangential relationship to this shooting involving Takeoff. He's not being charged with the shooting. I think the DA's office knows the difference between carrying a weapon and a shooting case, and if they thought he was involved in the shooting, they would have charged him.
So is this where, like, I guess there's social media video, like what we've all seen, where...
Was you trying to be smart by you saying, I guess the prosecutor knows the difference between...
So is this where, like, I guess there's social media video, like what we've all seen, where he's in the video carrying a gun? Is that where you think all this stems from? Or?
That's my understanding, according to the affidavit that's been filed in the first carrying a weapon.
Look at them people in the back, too, boy. They really... Let's get to them people in the back. Hold up. This gentleman right here, this little dude with the... let me see if I can blow this screen up. Hold up. Yeah, this dude right here. Yeah, Mr. Hell yeah. He look like Lil Cam cousin or something.
All this stems from? Or?
Now watch... Let's go.
My understanding, according to the
Right. Look at. I mean, we want to pay attention to what's going on as far as whatever. But look at this guy right here, the Latin guy with him. Even the lady right there look like she wants to know. She wants to be involved in the video, and it's going to be about 2 or 3 people who's just going to act a fool because they're happy to be on camera. So it's just this guy has no idea that they back there making. Look at this gentleman right here. All right, let's go.
The affidavit that's been
Look how this dude got his eyes closed right here with the hoodie on right here. All right, now let's go.
filed in the first
Look, oh, he got candy in his hand. Is them some M&Ms? Them M&Ms must be good. Them M&Ms must be good. All right, now let's watch the dude in the purple hoodie again. I know we're supposed to be listening to what's going on, but this man has no idea that they behind his back while he in an important conversation making all this. All right, let's go.
carrying a weapon.
Look at
It's based
They
on
go.
the
Look
shooting.
at they happy there.
Let me say, it's based on the circumstances surrounding the shooting in that he's alleged to have had a gun there at the scene when the shooting happened.
And it's that a witness saw him with a gun rather than him having used it?
Right, that's my understanding as well, that it's based on a witness's observation that he had a firearm.
Look how this gentleman right here is looking at this white man like if he drops some money or something, he gonna pick it up. And I think this dude right here with the suit with the mask, I think he's definitely a gangster somewhere in the world. There's a little man dancing around in his head right now saying, I'm a thug. This guy right here with the mask. The way he got his arms folded, he a gangster. He done killed about 4 or 5 people the other day. Y'all better not take that suit. All right. Anyway, we supposed to be doing serious shit. I mean, let's just get back into it.
Then the witness apparently said they saw him re-racking the weapon.
That's the rumor. I haven't seen anything to support that.
Hey, tell us what happened here legally.
Let's go back to that question.
Right, that's my understanding as well, that it's based on a witness surrounding the shooting in that he's alleged to have had a gun there at the scene when the shooting happened.
And it's that a witness saw him with a gun rather than him having used it?
Right, that's my understanding as well, that it's based on a witness's observation that he had a firearm.
And then the witness apparently said they saw him re-racking the weapon.
That's the rumor. I haven't seen anything to support that.
Hey, tell us what happened here legally as far as you guys just reset the case because he was out on bond or probation
Right.
on other cases?
Yes, so
Kind of explain that.
Mr. Joshua was on bond for an unrelated matter, possessing a fake ID, and the case was reset to determine.
The fake ID too now. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with takeoff killing, so I ain't really worried about that.
And the case was reset to determine conditions of bond, whether he'll be held at no bond because it's alleged to have committed an offense while on bond, or whether he'll be given a reasonable bond.
And what's his connection to Takeoff? Why was
So listen, what he's saying is this is one of his bond hearings that they're leaving from, right? And they rescheduled another one for the 7th, which is today, right? And so what he's saying is that they're trying to hold him on a no bond for a previous charge that he had a no bond for. So they're trying to say, hey, he's not a convicted felon. He was never supposed to have been on a bond anyway. So how could he have a no bond? He's pretty much letting us know that he's going to be fighting for that on the 7th. Let's listen to it one more time.
Because it's alleged to have committed an offense while on bond, or whether he'll be given a reasonable bond.
and what's his connection to Takeoff? Why was he at that event?
Again, that's stuff we're all looking into, the relationship between all the parties. My understanding, it was some type of social.
Motherfucker, you know, excuse my language, because, you know, I just don't want to, but you know what his relation, he was arguing with this man, which is going to come out, which came out yesterday and today. But, you know, he's a lawyer. He's supposed to deny it. He's supposed to deny it. He's not supposed to tell you that little Cam was arguing with him. Supposed to deny it. All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
Social event. I think some folks were playing dice beyond that. I have no thought.
Was he playing dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what his actions were that evening.
You've seen some of the reporting.
Now you know Lil Cam was playing dice, man. Come on, man. To be honest with you, people, and I'm gonna find that video. I had a schedule where I had everything worked out, where I even had that video wrote down. But the one who won all that money from Quavo, come to find out, it was Lil Cam who won the money. So when they was arguing, it was, I'm gonna get more deeper into that, but you know, until I have that evidence to present in front of you so you can see. But this coming straight from one of the news stations in Houston. And so we'll bring that back up. I promise y'all tomorrow I'm gonna release that video where they're 100% saying that Lil Cam won the money from Quavo. He won the money from him, and they end up arguing. Somehow it ended up going from the dice game to something else. But both of them know, the lawyer knows. So when that question is asked, was he playing dice? Motherfucker, you know, but you his lawyer, so guess what you're gonna do? Deny it. Let's go.
On that, I have no thought.
Was he playing dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what his actions were.
Dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what his actions were that evening. I have no thought.
Was he playing dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what his actions were. I have no thought.
Was he playing dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what some folks were playing dice beyond that. I have no thought.
Was he playing dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what is. I have no thought.
Was he playing dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what is
Say he's looking into
type
it.
of social event. I think some folks were playing dice beyond that. I have no thought.
Was he playing dice?
Again, we're looking into that to determine what his actions were that evening.
You've seen some of the reporting by some internet websites.
Motherfucker, you know he was playing dice. He was arguing. He actually won money from Quavo, and Quavo wasn't worried about that shit. But they was trying to do this whole macho bullying shit, and then the shit ended up getting out of hand. So you know what happened. You just trying to. I don't get it. You know that man was arguing with him. You already know that. I mean, they released a motion of discovery, especially if y'all went to court so far and you got half of the paperwork. I see when y'all go into court that the prosecutor is giving you a viewing of that paperwork before she even gives the section code before she walks to the judge and do that. So I've seen that 2 or 3 times. So I understand.
Basically sort of alleged that he might have shot him or be involved in the murder. Can you dispel some of those rumors or some of the statements we've seen on the reliable worldwide web?
Sure. I haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua.
Okay, so he didn't say that he didn't shoot him, and I'm gonna show you that in a minute. He just said he haven't seen anything, and then he thought very carefully how he said about Lil Cam making a shooting on him. He didn't say he didn't shoot him. He just said he haven't seen anything that suggests that. Let's go back to it. That's all he's saying. He didn't say he didn't see him. He just said he haven't seen. The question was asked, and I'll turn the volume up a little bit more. All right, there we go.
Statements we've seen on the reliable worldwide web?
Sure. I haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting. That he.
You haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting.
To suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting.
He said he haven't seen it.
Some of those rumors or some of the statements we've seen on the reliable worldwide web?
Sure. I haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death or was even involved in it. I haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death or was even involved in it. My understanding is there was some type of skirmish.
No, so you said you haven't seen anything that suggests that he discharged a firearm as well. Let me look. Let me make sure I'm saying that.
Involved in it. My understanding is there was some type of skirmish. From what I've seen from the internet, and I'm familiar with, had anything to do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death or was even involved in it.
That he discharged a firearm that caused his death. Let's take all that and put it together. He didn't say he didn't discharge a firearm. He said, or he haven't seen anything that suggests that he discharged a firearm that caused his death. Discharge a firearm that causes death is different from saying, I didn't see him discharge a firearm at all. He's saying, I didn't see him discharge a firearm that causes death. Listen to it. Let's go.
Discharged a firearm that caused his death or was even.
Reliable worldwide web?
Sure. I haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death. Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death. Had anything to do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death. To do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death or was even involved in it. I haven't seen anything to suggest that Cameron Joshua had anything to do with the shooting. That he discharged a firearm that caused his death or was even involved in it. My understanding is there was some type of skirmish. From what I've seen from the internet, and I'm familiar with all the Instagram.
So wait a minute. You're a lawyer and you're going by what you've seen from the internet? You're a lawyer and you're going by what you said. Okay. He said him see anything from like that on the internet. Listen to it.
Skirmish. From what I've seen from the internet, and I'm familiar with all the Instagram sleuths.
I gotta. He said he's familiar with all the Instagram sleuths. So he keep it up with it. Hold on.
The internet, and I'm familiar with all the Instagram sleuths.
This man is basing his case off of the internet too. Man, you better go look at some of that paper. But he's good though. So I understand why he may be watching the internet to keep this case down pat, because a lot of these bloggers might be helping Cam out too.
The shooting, that he discharged a firearm that
And trust me, he's gonna play some of this stuff in court. Trust me. This is a good lawyer right here. He's
the bottom line is they're wrong.
Relate this to a novel, a comic book.
Grabs his trunk and thinks it's a snake. The bottom line is they're wrong. The blind guy who tries to figure out an elephant and grabs his trunk and thinks it's a snake.
Basing this thing off a Jungle Book.
Blind guy who tries to figure out an elephant and grabs his trunk and thinks it's a snake. All the Instagram sleuths, they remind me of the blind guy who tries to figure out an elephant and grabs his trunk and thinks it's a snake. The bottom line is they're wrong. Cameron Joshua did not shoot Takeoff.
Have you talked to him? Let's just.
I'm gonna end it right here because
he wants to get out.
I wait for some of that video to come out, but I do believe that they had some video out there already with Lil Cam shoot and take off that the police would have announced that he shot him. But I don't think anybody's seen any video yet with the police say he 100% didn't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? This picture is up there at the middle of the biggest press conference that they got. Let me see if I can pull that up. People do not come to Chicago around this time. Y'all chill out, man. Y'all. Let me hit that mute button. Y'all can't see that anyway. So let me skip that ad. All right, now I'm gonna go here. Yeah, it's cold up there. I'm gonna bring y'all ass up. I'm just playing. All right, so I'm gonna switch screens real quick. Y'all gonna see the screen switch. And give me 1 second. All right, here you go. This is the press conference. If he didn't have anything to do with it, they would not have a picture with the whole, listen, everybody's there. Everybody's there. Even the mayor. I'm gonna call him Bubba D right here. This dude right here. That's Bubba D. Bubba D wouldn't be there. Prosecutor, the DA, Texas Bureau of investigations, all of them are there. And the first thing they do is, I don't know if all y'all have seen this. Y'all is gonna laugh y'all ass off, to be honest with you. This man messed his name up 2 times during this whole. Let's go. His name is not Xavier Brown. Let me take that off.
We're here to announce an arrest, but before I do that, I always start with that human element. I spoke to Takeoff's mother early this morning, and my prayers, and I asked it all out.
For all y'all who just joining in, appreciate y'all. This is an old video, but we want to break down of how Mr. Fenner messes up a name during a big, huge press conference. Everybody's there. They've been announcing this on the news all week, saying that they will announce a killer. So everybody's watching, even his wife is watching.
Prayers continue to go out to her and his entire family, his close friends, the city of Atlanta, and all of Takeoff's fans around the world. We lost a good man, and I didn't have the pleasure of meeting him.
He's real respected, so I like Mr. Fenner. So, I ain't trying to damn jump on him, but I'm just saying, got a lot of eyes on you.
But everybody, the hundreds of people that I talked to, spoke on what a great individual he was. We have a special relationship with the city of Atlanta. I want to make sure that stays intact. I want to thank them, the family, and everybody else for patience, allowing us to work through the evidence and the facts, which is most.
Let's fast forward. We start calling.
I do also want to acknowledge Council.
Okay, it's before that.
Our federal partners, FBI,
See, all of them.
are the individual that's responsible for the murder of Takeoff in custody. So yesterday evening.
All right, everybody, let's get ready. Get your popcorn ready. Mr. Fenner is about to call DJPAT. He about to say his name is Brown, which is his last name is Clark. Let me make sure I put that. Patrick Xavier Clark is his name, okay? Let me see if I got it. All right. The head that have helped each other. That's the best caption I can give for that. Head to. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. They right next to each other. Let's go.
We arrested Patrick Xavier Brown, 33.
What's his name? His name is Clark. All right, let's find out. Did he say his name was Brown?
Individual that's responsible for the murder of Takeoff in custody. So yesterday evening, we arrested Patrick Xavier Brown, 33 years old. He was charged with the murder of Takeoff. Brown was arrested again yesterday evening.
Man, you just called him Brown again. Let's go.
In the 14700 block of Sterling Green Boulevard. It's located on the east side of Texas. I'm sorry, of Houston.
Wait a minute. You don't even know your own city or your own state, neither? You don't know the suspect's name, and you don't even know what side of Houston. Okay, hold up. Let's go. Let's go back. You don't know his name, and then you don't know.
Individual that's responsible for the murder of Takeoff in custody. So
the white watching that, you're trying to get you a little taste now.
Yesterday evening, we arrested Patrick Xavier Brown.
His name is Clark.
The individuals are the individual that's responsible for the.
I like the authority. And the mayor just like, we about to look good. We two black brothers that's about to look good in front of all of this. I believe that he had no idea that his buddy was about to make him look like a butt by forgetting not only what side of Houston this all went down in, or the suspect's name. They both was feeling good. They thought about this. They said, we can wait till our wife find out that we looking good over there. All right, let's go.
Murder of Takeoff in custody. So yesterday evening, we arrested Patrick Xavier Brown, 33 years old. He was charged with the murder of Takeoff. Brown was arrested again yesterday evening in the 14700 block of Sterling Green Boulevard. It's located on the east side of Texas. I'm sorry, of Houston.
Can't be happening. Not on national TV, bro. The mayor turned his back on him. Look at the mayor face. It's like, you motherfucker. Look at him. You see that face? Even the white man was looking at him like, this is a goddamn idiot. This nigga don't even know what side of it's a Houston.
Tested again yesterday evening in the 14700 block of
I'll slap the shit out you when this shit over with. You motherfucker, I trusted you with this shit. You said you was ready. I ain't gonna get no tail tonight. Hold up. Let's go.
of takeoff. Brown was arrested again.
Look how he look. Look how the mayor look. But he said Brown was arrested. Name is Clark.
Xavier Brown, 33 years old.
Look.
He was charged with the murder of Takeoff. Stood here a little bit, I think a month.
Look. Look at the mayor's eyes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not supposed to be laughing on live. Let the squirrel laugh for me. Look how the mayor's eyes look. I mean, and look how the chief advisor is sitting back here, right here, with the black. Like, motherfucker, you done fucked up 2 or 3 different shits. Nigga, this for Takeoff, bro. You can't be fucking up for Takeoff now. Okay, let's get into it. I'm sorry. Let's not point out all his mistakes, okay? Okay, let's go.
Our federal partners, FBI.
But look how the mayor was looking, though. I still, that look on that mayor face now, you know I'm telling the truth on this. That nigga like, you disgust me now for making, they already think we can't read and write. Then your ass can't damn read, spell, or pronounce. Or you don't know how to work a navigation system. All right, let's go.
Our federal partners, FBI, state partner DPS, and ATF. Everybody took a role in this investigation. We stood here a little bit, I think a month ago.
That mayor, he popping a little bit too much. He didn't hit a little taste or something. Look.
And ATF. Everybody took a role.
Look at that man.
In this investigation. We stood here a little bit, I think a month ago, maybe a day or 2.
Nigga, you don't even know when it started. This nigga said a month ago, I think a day or 2. Nigga, this shit happened over 30 days ago. Nigga, this shit did not happen a day ago.
Everybody took a role in this investigation. We stood here a little bit, I think a month ago, maybe a day or 2.
What? You hit it right the first time, bro. Not a day or 2. Nigga, you gotta know when it happened.
And made a promise that we would get The individuals or the individual? That's
All right, let's fast forward to after the mayor goes. After the mayor goes, he's gonna come back and correct it. Well, let's see, the mayor's here. And the mayor looked like he owns some of that good shit too.
Last month, I've had several conversations with the mayor of Atlanta.
Let me skip this ad real quick, people, and we'll get right to it. Give me 1 second. All right, now I can take that volume back.
Over the past few weeks, Chief Fannin and I were asked.
Let me try to. Okay, all right. Now he's the mayor is looking at him. Do we got it on pause?
The DA's
Okay.
office.
The mayor's looking at him, and he's gonna make him correct this shit. Let's see how the mayor looks at him right before he gets ready to get up. If y'all can see it on y'all. Okay, all right. The mayor's gonna look back at him like, nigga, you gonna fix this shit, and he's gonna come up and tell him the right name. I'm pretty sure when he whispered in the ear that he told somebody to get him straight on that name. Okay, let's go.
Chief Fannin, to you,
You look at him. Here we go.
to your command staff, to the investigators, to the DA's office, to all the partners who helped, to those who provided tips, information. Let me thank you, and then look forward to this investigation and prosecution continuing on this matter. Thank you, Chief.
Let me step up and make a quick correction on the
Let's go.
name. I had a misprint on my notes. It's Patrick Xavier Clark, 33 years old, on the rest of the suspect. Okay. Come on, Sarge.
That we do have someone in custody.
I appreciate. I mean, he got it up there with respect, and he did correct himself, even though he said
In custody. With the investigators, to the DA.
So he did come back and correct it. So.
Up and make a quick correction on the name. I had a misprint on my notes. It's Patrick Xavier Clark, 33 years old, on the rest of the suspect. Okay. Come on, Sarge.
All right. So we is going to end today's live, man. I'm hungry. I've been working all day, man. I hope I see y'all tomorrow, man. It's going to be a little bit better. It's going to be a little bit faster. The internet will be right on point. So, and we'll have more people in the chat because it'll be more of a scheduled broadcasting instead of just a pop-up broadcast like today. It's popped up. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate all y'all who is in the chat. Definitely, I can't see all y'all names. It's crazy. Make sure y'all use that Cash App. That's $Team Dream Hack. Y'all want to ever support the cause because we are doing this off of our budget. So it's an independent budget. So it's me sitting up here breaking the case down and getting more information and having fun with you. So if you do want to support the cause, you can always do that. I definitely appreciate you. This is your host, Tuff, saying you know what it is, you know what it do, you know what it be. I am out. Appreciate all y'all.